insights, picks, results. This is Wizard Sports Picks. Beyond the Lines.
What is going on, everybody? Matt Robinson here with another episode of Beyond the Lines, brought to you by WizardSportsPicks.com. Coming to you live for the Tuesday, March 24th NHL card. 15 games on the slate. Huge Tuesday card, so definitely excited. Definitely going to have some picks for you here, but also some picks on the site. Be sure to check out WizardSportsPicks.com. We've got a lot of great streaks going. You got March Madness in full swing. Great weekend to kick off March Madness. A lot of handicappers with some great picks over the weekend, and we roll into the Sweet 16 next week. I mentioned big NHL card on this Tuesday. We've got a big Thursday card, big Saturday card, so tons of action. So be sure to get over to WizardSportsPicks.com. Check us out on Twitter, The Wizard's Edge, YouTube at Wizard Sports Picks. We are still running the, submit your email, get free pick of your choice. So be sure to take advantage of that and get over to the site and check everything out. For those of you that do watch my show typically on Tuesdays, last week we had a nice 4-0 sweep, 3-0. All three hit on my traditional three picks, and then I took, I believe, the Buffalo Sabres as the dog of the day. So today I just have three picks for you in the games that I like. But again, be sure to check out everything on the site. I should have more picks up for the Tuesday cards. So without further ado, I will jump into, again, this great Tuesday 15-game card. I do like to mention all three games that I'm on from this video can be found on ESPN Plus in the States. So we'll kick things off with one of the 7 o'clock Eastern time puck drops. I guess technically 7:07 for those that do watch a lot of hockey. You know what I'm talking about. We've got Toronto heading south to play the Boston Bruins. And so in this game, Boston's minus 185 over at 6 for the total. I'm going to jump on first period over 1.5 here, minus 130. Toronto is on an 8-2 run to first period overs. They're scoring, they're giving up goals. They're nailing it in as they're, pretty much all but eliminated. Not mathematically, of course, but, not looking good for a playoff run this year. So, they're playing a little more loose. They're not tighten things up defensively or anything like that. And Boston's been a great team at home this season. So I think we see 2 goals in the first period there. It should be noted that last time they played, which was November 11th, there was a 4-goal first period between these two teams. So just need 2, but we'll take 4, of course. And yeah, so that rounds up pick number 1, Toronto, Boston Bruins. First period over 1.5, minus 130. Second pick from the card is going to be an 8 or 8:07 puck drop again on ESPN Plus. The New Jersey Devils head way south to play the Dallas Stars at the American Airlines Center. Currently, Dallas is minus 160 on the money line. Total sitting at 5.5. Dallas had a tough weekend. They got the point in Minnesota, end up losing in overtime, and then to lose in regulation to a struggling Vegas team. Starting to see signs of them missing Mikko Rantanen, Rupe Hentz, Radek Faksa. Tyler Seguin's been out most of the season, but it was one of the first games you saw some offensive struggles. I think with the day off on Monday, some time at home, I think that Dallas gets back rolling as they were. For those that weren't following, I think it was like 16-0-1 in a 17-game span prior to, the 2 losses over the weekend. Again, did get the point against the Wild, but they're still trying to chase the Avalanche. They're pretty comfortably ahead of Minnesota for that second spot, giving them home ice in the first round. But definitely nothing is set in stone. They technically can catch Colorado. That's obviously, what they'd like to do. So, but first and foremost, I think they want to make sure they get home ice for that first round against the Minnesota Wild team that's beefed up and has, you know, some good talented players. So I think Dallas, gets back on track. The tough Sunday night game, back to back travel. Um, you know, get a nice day to reset on Monday, and then get back to a normal, local time 7 p.m. puck drop. So give me the Stars team total over 3.5 plus 120. I think, looking at the Devils' last 10 or 12 games, they've had a few games they've given up 4 goals and still won the game. They've given up 5 or 6 goals in a handful of games. Uh, they're another team that's, more or less playing for exercise at this point. Again, I don't think they're mathematically eliminated, but it's definitely not looking good for New Jersey, and they're not really primed for a playoff run. So I think Dallas gets back on track here. I think we see a refreshed group after a nice day off at home, no travel. Um, so yeah, give me the Stars team total over 3.5 plus 120. That'll be pick number 2. And then for my third and final pick, we had um, let's see, what did we like? Oh, we head out to Utah. Utah hosting the Edmonton Oilers. Obviously, the Oilers have struggled a bit as of recent. Utah's playing some pretty good hockey. Utah's sitting at minus 130, over sitting at 6.5 as far as total goes. This is going to be a 9:30 p.m. puck drop for those on the East Coast. Um, and yeah, I think these are two teams, both trending well to first period overs. Both are 7-3 in their last 10. Um, the first period over is sitting at minus 140. Not too juicy for my liking, so I'm going to jump on first period over 1.5 in the Edmonton Utah game. Again, both teams trending that way. Edmonton, they're scoring some goals, but they are still struggling a lot defensively, goaltending, and the Mammoth are rocking and rolling. They're not really in a position to catch Minnesota. They're just too far back, but they're sitting pretty tight as that number one wild card in the West. The Pacific, as far as the Pacific and the handful of teams gunning for that second wild card spot. You've got LA, you've got Nashville, you've got San Jose still in the mix. Um, it's really, anybody's division right now. I think the other night, all 6 Pacific teams lost by more than 1 goal, which is a crazy statistic. So things are not going well in the Pacific. I think Connor McDavid said it's a pillow fight right now in the Pacific. So I think, there's obviously some frustrations going on in Edmonton. I think they want to have a good start in this game. They obviously, they've got a good power play. They've got all the capabilities in the world to pocket one or two in the first. And I think Utah wants a strong start at home. They want to kind of continue that momentum that they've got. And again, both teams trending well at 7-3. So, um, yeah, I'm going to jump on first period over 1.5 minus 140. So just to recap, 3 picks for the Tuesday, March 24th NHL card. Can't believe we're almost to April. We've got Toronto heading to Boston. We're going to jump on the first period over 1.5 minus 130. We've got the Devils heading to Dallas to take on the Stars. We're going to jump on Stars team total over 3.5 plus 120. And then in that third and final pick, we've got Edmonton heading to Utah, and we're going to jump on another first period over 1.5. That one's sitting at minus 140. So that'll do it for today's episode. Again, thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for, the comments on Twitter, on YouTube. I do appreciate it. Hopefully we get another sweep like we did last week. It always feels good to throw out some free picks for you guys and collect some money. So 4-0 was a nice day, especially with the dog of the day cashing as well. And it was a nice minimal sweat sweat bets. The first period over smashed. The over that I had as a total, I think, hit in the second period. So it was just real solid Tuesday night card last week, and I would love to continue that into this week. So thanks again for watching. Feel free to share this. Again, check out the website, wizardsportspicks.com. I'm on there A number of other cappers are on there putting out picks in every sport. You can imagine picks going up all throughout the day. So be sure to check it out. Again, thank you for watching. I will be back with another episode of Beyond the Lines next week for the next Tuesday NHL card. But yeah, have a great week. Enjoy March Madness starting Thursday, Sweet 16 action, Thursday through Sunday. A lot of good stuff to get into this week. A lot of hockey games, so be sure to check us out on the website at wizardsportspicks.com. Have a great day, everyone. Cheers.